Hey again from the garden, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So I am out here this morning for yet another planting day. We're actually supposed to get some rain this afternoon, so I'm just trying to get as much in the garden before the rain. And then all of these freshly planted flowers are gonna love the rain. I actually think we're not even gonna get severe this time. No hail, none of that, which is a first for a while. But anyway, I have 3 beds that I specifically want to focus on this morning and get as much planted in there as possible. So let me just show you the areas I'm working on. So the first area is in the fenced-in garden here. You can see I have snapdragons and some straw flower. They are really growing on good. And then you probably saw in one of my last videos that I got all of my dahlias planted. And I was able to leave this row right here open. This is a 3-foot by about 12 or 13-foot row. So I'm going to landscape fabric this, and I need to leave a little bit of a pathway here, but I should have, a 1.5 or 2 foot if I really push it, and maybe just direct seed some zinnias in here, sneak in another little bit of a row. This big planting area, I still am not able to plant because we're waiting for the gas line to be put in for the neighboring building. Hopefully that gets done next week. This bed on the west side of the hoop house, I am really hoping to get done today. Last year I direct sowed some sunflowers in here and they did really good. So I think I'm gonna do that today to get a big batch going for the summer. And then I have these holes burned from last year. Looks like I have some 6-inch spacing, 9-inch spacing. And then at the end here, I kind of miscalculated how many of the Mahogany Splendor hibiscus I have. So I'm just gonna burn holes in this area and fill this in too. Then on the east side of the hoop house, this whole area is filled with direct sown zinnias. And then you guys just saw this also in a video. This is Fama White and Blue Scabiosa. These are my Eryngium. And then I still have maybe 12 to 14 feet left here. So I need to burn holes and figure out what the heck I'm going to put in this spot. So those are the 3 planting areas that I am working with today. Other than the direct sown zinnias right here and where the sunflowers are going out there, I really don't know what I'm going to put where yet. I think I'll just kind of count my plants and maybe figure that out as I go and burn some new holes in the fabric. The sunflowers where I direct sow those do not get fabric. The zinnias, I will put fabric down when I direct sow those. Those will be spaced 9 inches apart. And then as far as the other plants that I have some amaranth that will go in, ageratum. I need to replace some status that didn't make it, but I have some extras. What else do I have? I have some celosia filler ready to go. Just kind of some miscellaneous things. A majority of my celosia that I'm planting is going out in the new area that is not ready yet, along with gomphrena. So that hopefully will be done next week. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get started planting. I'll set up my little GoPro as I plant, and then I'll give you a tour of everything once I'm done. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also have larkspur and ami from my winter sowing. Those are going somewhere as well today. All right, time to get planting. All right, you guys, it's about 4 hours later. I got everything planted that I wanted to today. I can't even believe it. And it's not even raining yet. It is getting really cloudy and I can tell that the wind's picking up. So it's coming. But before it does, let me give you a tour around the garden of everything that I got planted. All right, so we'll start in the fenced-in garden here. And this little open patch, I laid the landscape fabric, and then I ended up putting 3 rows of direct sowed zinnias in here. These are spaced 9 inches apart, and these are leftovers from the seed packet that I did not get planted in my other area of varieties such as Dawn Creek zinnias, Flora varieties that I ordered. There's some Oklahoma salmon in here and the Bennery's white. So real excited to have the entire fenced-in garden area completely planted. Well, not completely planted, I take that back. The bed along the building still needs to be done, but I can't do that till the HVAC gets in, and I have a plug order from Farmer Bailey coming the end of June, so all those will go in there. So then we walk out of the fenced-in garden and we'll go over there by the hoop house. So this is the other area that I was working in. Yesterday I had planted the Fama scabiosa and the Eryngium, and then today I burned the holes and I got in the ground the rest of my ageratum, my craspedia, and then for my winter sowing, which these look a little sad because I just watered them, I have larkspur here and green mist ami here. And I hope I do not regret putting these on the outside of my craspedia. I hope they don't drown them out. But I really wasn't thinking when I put all these in, but they're in. This will be a great spot. All my direct sowed zinnias are over there, and this whole area is now completely planted. Then the last area I was working on was this bed to the west of the hoop house. I loosened up all of the soil, and from about here over to that crossboard, I direct sowed some gold light and white light sunflowers. And then in here, I kind of made this my filler bed. At the end is the mahogany splendor hibiscus that I had previously planted. So then today I planted a celosia. I think it's the purple plume. I'll put the name on the screen. And gosh, these look like they need watered already. This I use as a filler in the fall. Typically I buy it as plants, but I noticed Johnny had the seeds this year. So I bought the seeds and started it from seed. Then this is my amaranth, which I am spacing very close to get very narrow stems. I have a green and a red. Then here are some direct sowed cosmos, and some cosmos started from seed, and then again the mahogany splendor hibiscus. And as I was walking along this pumpkin bed, I'm noticing I have some pumpkins sprouting. I made little mounds of soil in the midst of all my daffodils that are dying back, and they're starting to sprout. All these daffodils will die back, the pumpkin vines will grow over top, and this will be a sea of pumpkin vines in a few weeks. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna get cleaned up. I am an absolute disaster, and I'm gonna take advantage of the rest of the afternoon to get caught up on some computer work. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have been planting, and of course stay tuned for a lot more. I still have a whole nother big planting area to plant. I think I have it mapped out, so hopefully I'm planting that next week and I can share that with you guys. But of course stay tuned for a lot more throughout the entire season. We will see you soon.